Hey guys, today I'll be showing you my Lego Panther tank. This was one of Germany's best tanks of World War II, following up by the Tiger and Tiger II. This is the G model because it has track guards and the long 75 with the high velocity cannon. Okay, I'll show you 360. The camera set up. As you can see, I can take off the turret so I can show you that. It's the top of the turret. You can see the long 75, the crewman inside. You can actually remove the crewman by putting the hatch up by that. Okay, let's take a closer look at the tank. As you can see, the track guards are made by using a bunch of flat tiles and inverted. And then you can see the track layout when you remove that. I didn't have all the parts for making the realistic tracks, but I think it looks good. One second, I gotta fix this. There we go. Now if we go to the front, you can see the hull-mounted machine gun, as long as the sloped armor that everyone was afraid of when they met this thing, because they could not penetrate its frontal armor. See the gun mantlet, turret, side of the turret, rear of the turret. I just use slope pieces to get the turret shape. Show you the rear. There's the other side, no difference other than the cupola is on this side. You can see the engine deck and exhaust pipes on the rear. See the exhaust fans, radiator caps, and the exhaust pipes with the angled rear. This thing actually rolls really well because it's not connected to any other piece but the tracks. So it'll roll well. Sometimes the tracks will come off when you're spinning it, but it's pretty good. Good motion. Turret turns 360. Hull-mounted machine gun. Okay, so there's your Panther. Now we're going to take a look at the T-82 self-propelled artillery piece. Now, this was American, and it was only a prototype. Only, I think, 3 of them were built. None of them survived. And, yeah, it's an artillery piece, so you can have people in there. You can raise and lower the gun. Okay, so, you can see from the front, you have where the gun's mounted. It's mounted slightly to the left, just like the real thing. I didn't have a piece like this to go right there, so I just put in a slope, a cheese slope, side armor, the weird side. You can have people sitting down in there, but I don't feel like putting them in there right now, wasting your guys' time. See the rear engine deck with the engine hanging off the back. There's nothing inside of it, but here's a top-down view. Got the breech for loading the gun and the cap at the end for taking shells out. Now I'm gonna move on to my self-propelled, my M8 Greyhound. This was an American armored car in World War II. I think like 7,000 to 800 were built. And It's got the 50 cal in the side of the turret. It had a 37. It had a 37 millimeter gun that could easily deal with Panzer IIIs and IVs from the side and rear. 360 turret. Front of this, it's like that. You can see you can put a guy in this one too. You can also take him out. Yeah, the real thing had an open top turret just like this one. Yeah, so side, got the track guards on the side, rail bar up here. You have the rear. You can access the engine back here, but there is no engine in there. Yeah. Now we're getting on to the anti-tank gun. This is the, I think this is the 40. This is the 40 caliber anti-tank gun. Able to penetrate the side of a Panther from, I think it was like 300 miles away. Not miles. Goodness gracious, meters. Yeah, there's not much to see with this one other than the front, the gun. I used a centerpiece with the new Lego. What they did with these is they made the center of it. You can place it awkwardly on the thing. I'll use that to my advantage by doing that. So it can load like that. It's the rear of it. Now, here's the other side of it. I've been showing you. Okay, so there's all my World War II builds that I have. I think I did pretty well with all of them. They all look pretty decent. Yeah. Now, do you want to see my fake? I don't know if you guys want to see my figures because they're not really real. I just made them. But I have no Germans except for the guy that was in the top of the tank. A few Americans though. So we have radio operator for the M8 Greyhound. We have the driver for the T-82. The loader for the loader and gunner for the T-82. And you have two soldiers right here. I know they look German, but I just wanted Americans. It's just got the standard. I used the gamer guide from minifigure series. I think it was 11. So I could get the headphones on. I think that turned out well. I got the helmets from the dinosaur. But it was like the dinosaur, the ones with the dinosaur capturers. Wasn't Jurassic World, but he's got back printing. I used the cavalrymen from the Lone Ranger series for these guys' vests. So I have 3 Americans and 2 Germans. I think they turned out all pretty well. I'm thinking of doing more videos. If I can get to doing the animation on all of these things. I think I'm planning on doing that. I've just been caught up with sports and not feeling like doing videos lately, so yeah. Hoping I can get out at least a video every 2 weeks or something like that. So, at least. hopefully I can get it out more, but sometimes I don't feel like doing videos. So, see you guys later.